That was drum roll, I guess. These are my top 10 games of 2010. I'm Griffinlobster. Let me get a few things out of the way before we get to the games. First off, I think I'm going to post this the same way I did last year, which is, I know I can do like a whole 40-minute chunk video. Like I can just record this all in one piece and probably upload it in one piece now that my account I can have videos longer than 15 minutes. I'd probably just have to feed it through Windows Movie Maker to decrease the file size, and I could just post it as one big piece. But I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to make this a little bit more accessible to people. I mean, my top 10 lists are like way longer. I take a long time talking about games because I like talking about games. Most top 10 lists, is just one video, and they say, okay, here it is, a little short description. Here's 9, short description, 8, short description, And that's okay for some people, but I just don't like doing that. I like talking about games more than I probably should. If there's one way to get me into a good conversation, it's about games. So I think I'm going to chop it up still to make it more accessible because I think people are more likely to watch 4 10-minute videos than one 40-minute video. I'm guessing it's going to be 40 minutes again. Something else. Okay, downloadable games are also not going to be in this list again. A couple reasons I like I like holding something up for some reason when I'm talking about the game, and also, I did play a lot of downloadable games this year, and they were all very good. I played a lot of very good downloadable games. Misadventures of PB Winterbottom, Limbo, Mega Man 10. All those games that have gotten a lot of press, and they really are great games, and so you should check them out. But for some reason, I just want my list to be retail only, and really, my list, my rules. So there you go. I didn't play every game in 2010 as well. Some notable ones: I didn't play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I'm just kind of tired of the Assassin's Creed series. I didn't play Dead Rising 2. I know I should have. I know I would have loved it, but I didn't get around to it. I don't really want to play another game before I make this list. I just kind of want to make my list. I didn't play Bayonetta. I know that got a lot of has sort of a cult following. It got some pretty decent reviews, and I do want to play that game. It came out way early last year, like the 3rd of January or something of last year, and I just never got around to it. I didn't play StarCraft 2 because my computer's not good enough. I didn't play WoW Cataclysm, World of Warcraft Cataclysm, because I'm done with World of Warcraft. I didn't play Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I really wanted to. I love those kind of games, those scary games, but my computer's just not good enough. And the 2 big ones I didn't play Halo Reach or Call of Duty Black Ops. I know. If you are rage quitting my video right now, I don't blame you. But I know a lot of people say that Halo Reach is the best Halo game and one of the best shooters ever. People really enjoyed Call of Duty Black Ops, but I just wasn't into mainstream shooters last year. I just didn't feel like doing any really mainstream shooters. I don't know. I guess I find myself more of a single player gamer. And of course, last year when I put Modern Warfare 2 at my number 3 spot, which is opinion I still will defend, I got attacked. A lot of you people really didn't like that, which I guess, you're entitled to your opinion and I'm entitled to mine. But so maybe it's just for the best that that game won't. Neither of those games will show up on this list. So I'm gonna shut up, stop rambling, and here's my list. Here's my top 10 games of 2010. Number 10 is Fallout New Vegas. Okay, there's just something about Bethesda games that they just know how to pull me in and grab me, and I just can't divert my attention at all while I'm playing a Bethesda game. They just know how to grab my attention and keep me there until I see the credits roll. Oblivion. I've probably put more time into Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion than just about any other video game that I can think of, except maybe Pokemon and probably World of Warcraft. Okay, so any single player game is just about it for Oblivion, and I'm so excited for Skyrim next year. Or this year. It's gonna be amazing if it comes out, which I hope it really does. They've given it a release date already, so that's a good sign. And I would borrow my friend's Xbox 360 to just play Oblivion. Like I would borrow that and Oblivion and just play that. And I started a new character when I got my own 360, and I started another character, and I love that game. So And then Fallout 3 came out in 2008, and just like Oblivion, I didn't play anything else but that for a solid month, and I played it on many hours a day, and I just about did everything you can do in that game. And so when this game came out, I was actually a little not pumped. I don't know, not as pumped as I should have been. I saw some mediocre reviews, and I don't know why. And so I put the game in, heavily skeptical, and just like always, I didn't play anything else but New Vegas for a solid 3 weeks until I beat it. This game is maybe a little bit shorter than Fallout 3. It's a lot shorter than Oblivion. That is, if you just stick to the main quest. There's plenty of side quests and stuff. Some of the reasons it got sort of mediocre reviews is because it's very similar to Fallout 3, and I definitely see that. I mean, it's essentially the same game. I'm not going to get too far into the particulars of how it's the same. How it's different, this is most going to be people who've played Fallout 3. People who haven't played the Fallout games, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But the way that like weapons degrade is a little bit different. Weapons and armor, for example, weapons will always, not always, but once weapons are under 75%, they'll begin to jam. The Vault Assisted Targeting System, VATS, is a little less cheater, a little less game breaking. Things seem to cost a lot more action points in VATS. There's reloading benches, so you can kind of like strip down guns and ammo and make more guns and ammo. If you want to change and sort of focus what kind of weapons you want to use. There's now survival stuff, so you can like make stuff at campfires, like healing items and poison to put on your weapons. So, like when you attack with a weapon, it'll like do special damage and have special effects. You only get a perk every 2 levels instead of every 1. Level cap's 30 instead of 20. And they made the companion system more robust. For those of you who got far into Fallout 3, you know that there's a companion you get relatively late in the game. But now there's up to 8 companions, and they all have there's a special companion where you can give them certain commands like be aggressive, be passive, use melee, use ranged, wait here, follow me, open their inventory. You can have them carry some stuff for you. So that's very useful. And maybe most notably is hardcore mode, wherein stim packs heal over time, and you need to drink water and eat food to stay alive and sleep. I think sleep. Yeah, companions can die. They don't just go unconscious. There's a few other things as well. I didn't play hardcore mode because I'm a chicken, but maybe I'll try it sometime down the road. Yes, it is very similar, and that's maybe why it's only number 10. It's also pretty glitchy, even with the big patch. I didn't play it until after they released their big patch. Even after the big patch, it's still pretty glitchy. I bet it crashed on me a good 10 plus times, which is pretty disappointing, so you need to save often. But I would highly recommend Fallout New Vegas definitely to fans of Fallout, because it's just going to suck you in just like it did last time. And anybody looking for something interesting, something new, kind of an RPG shooter hybrid, because I love those for some reason. I love Borderlands, I love Fallout 3. Check this game out. It's a lot of fun. Okay, number 9 is Alan Wake for Xbox 360, and just Xbox 360. Okay, Alan Wake, for those of you who don't know anything about it, it was sort of in production for a long time. Long time. And as such, it sort of is a different old style sort of feel. It's a psychological, well, it says on the front, a psychological action thriller. Which I guess it is. A lot of people just call it the Flashlight game, which is a pretty fair assessment of it. Basically, you play a writer who's suffering from writer's block who goes on vacation, and there are these mysterious dark figures. Oh, and he falls asleep and wakes up a week or 2 weeks later. He's crashed his car and his wife's gone, and he's trying to figure out what the heck happened. And there are these weird dark creatures that haunt him in the night. And basically what you have to do is they're like possessed people. They're like possessed by darkness, and what you have to do is you have to use your flashlight to sort of shine the darkness off of them, and then once you've shined enough darkness off of them, then you can doom in with bullets. And something about the atmosphere of this game just really, really did it right for me. The gameplay is pretty good. It's a third-person shooter. It's pretty action-based. You're going to find a lot of haunted forests. That's the focus of the level design. They know what they did well. They did haunted forest well, and that's pretty much the only type of level you see. So some people argue that it gets a little samey, and they might be right. A lot of the levels are pretty similar, and you are just basically slogging through haunted forests your entire time. But I just really like the atmosphere. I think the voice acting's very good. The faces look a little weird, but I think the voice acting is very good, and the storyline is convoluted to all get out. I still don't understand it. I played the first of the two DLC episodes, levels, I should say. They're called episodes, but they're like levels. I played the first of the two DLC episodes, and I didn't really clear things up. I heard the second one does, though. So once I get around to getting some Xbox dollars, I'll maybe get that and finish out the storyline. I don't think it's going to get a sequel because it didn't sell very well, but I think if you're looking for sort of an old style sort of gameplay, and a nice psychological game, and a game that really puts an emphasis on the atmosphere, look no further than Alan Wake. I think they did a really great job with it. I mentioned episodes. It's kind of done like a TV show. When you finish the episode, like the title screen comes up, and then you'll get like it'll say like end of episode 1, and then you'll get like some credit music, and then when you start the next level, it's like last time on Alan Wake, and and it does a little like recap of the previous episode, which is, I don't know. Some people might think it's lame. I kind of thought it was cool. I'd never seen a game do that before, so I really enjoyed Alan Wake. I think you will too if you check it out. So, Alan Wake.